Heavy metal horns to the heavens and to the skies and to our dear friend Louie. Louie coming in with some Rigor Mortis. Don't you just love that logo? Isn't that just a beautiful logo? Full disclosure here. I know this album cover because I have seen it my entire life. The coolest kid in my high school was walking around with the Walkman on and the leather jacket. I had a Levi jacket. He had the leather. This guy meant business. And what you listening to, bro? This. And he was listening to Rigor Mortis. I have seen a fantastic, I think these guys are based out of Texas. I saw a great documentary on Rigor Mortis. And where did I see that at? I want to say it was one of them free kind of apps that you can get on your smart TV. What was the name of the channel? It's free. It's basically all free movies and free shows and stuff like that. And there was a documentary about Rigor Mortis that I watched. Today we are doing the song Demons, which is their #1 track. We're doing it for Louie, and I do not remember if I've ever heard this or not. So this is kind of bleeding that line. I know that I've heard stuff from Rigor Mortis. I don't know if it's what I've heard, but this is an old school metal band from back in the day. And I loved that logo guy, the Cyclops with the long hair and the stuff that they had. Everything about it was cool. And the coolest guy in my high school was the coolest guy saying, I listen to this. I don't listen to Twisted Sister. I listen to this. And you go, wow. So let's learn about Rigor Mortis, and we're going to listen to the song Demons. All right, let's do it now. Rigor Mortis, surprising. They got 4,877 monthly listeners to the Spotify account. This is a cult metal band, right? The top 5 jams, they all come from the same album. That album would be called Rigor Mortis, the self-titled. You got Demons in the first slot there with 157,000 plays. You got Welcome to Your Funeral, 111,000 plays. Bodily Dismemberment, 86,000 plays. Die in Pain, 54,000 plays. And Wizard of Gore. So these guys are death metal, right? 57,000 plays. Now we're going to look into the albums and see what this band has done. And their first album, this one here, 1988, self-titled Rigor Mortis. Then you got Rigor Mortis versus the Earth in 1991. And then it looks like they did Slaves to the Grave in 2014. So very, very scant and in between, right? And then Demo 86 comes out in 2016, and I would be really curious as to listen to that. That was like the first demo before they released the first album. Now we're going to get into those related artists. It's going to be probably a cavalcade of bands, and it'll give us an idea of the exact kind of genre that they're going to be in, and what people listen to when they listen, and they're in the mood to listen to Rigor Mortis. And you got Violence, and how crazy is it that we did Violence? And their new song. You got Toxic. You got Hyrax. Whiplash. All of these bands we've named and done. Sacrifice. Yeah, we've done them on the first listen. Sadus. Evil Dead. Dark Angel. The fantastic Dark Angel. Demolition Hammer. Yes. Blood Feast. We have done them on the first listens. Morbid Saint. That's a band that keeps popping up, and I want to do them. And then a band I absolutely loved in high school, Atrophy. And they had an album called Socialized Hate that I just absolutely thought was fantastic. And they didn't have a long, illustrious career before they were gone forever. It is that time we're going to get into the bio and learn about this band. And there you have them. You got 4 dudes, black and white photo. They're sitting on a dirty couch. There's laundry and everything on the bottom. They look like some ruffians. And they look like, Shane, you just ate the last piece of chicken and we're going to kick you in the tits. Though they never qualify for the heavy metal podium during their decade-long existence, Dallas, Texas Rigor Mortis managed to trace the entire development of speed to thrash to death metal with the gradual evolution of their raw, violent sound. This lack of definition within any one subgenre likewise contributed to the band's commercial failures, but peddling to mainstream tastes or aping established formulas was never on the agenda for horror movie buffs. Bruce Corbett, vocals, Mike Scassia, guitar, Casey Orr, bass, and Hardin Harrison, drums. as they persisted through the thick and thin between forming in 1983 until latching onto a Capitol Records deal 4 years later. And despite the major label backing Rigor Mortis' eponymous debut of the following year, played like nothing fancier than a top quality demo in the best possible sense, as per hybrid styles mentioned above. So there you have that. My reading is just, it's atrocious, but you know what? As I learn how to read better, you guys are there for the journey, and you can say, guys, he's learning better. He's doing better. He's getting better at it. So you guys should really be kind of pushing me along and giving me little pats on the back for my reading, okay? It is that time to get into the song Demons for Louie from Rigor Mortis and their self-titled album. They got that big Capitol Records deal, and then it went all poo-poo right after, right? This is the Magic Titty. I give you a taste. I take a taste. We listen to Demons from Rigor Mortis right now. Let's do it. You know you're in for heavy shit when they start it with a nice, clean electric guitar. Yeah, this is not striking a bell with me. Oh yeah. This is like a chocolate sundae to my ears. Spitting those words out like sacred right or something, you know? And it does have that raw, early sound. Recorded on tape. I think these guys were in the same neighborhood as I Hate God, and I think the Pantera fellows knew these guys too. Yeah, I think I'll go back and listen to this whole album. Maybe Monday morning at work. Big ending. It's just raw power. It's that there's a discovery period that I find, because all of this stuff is kind of fresh and new in the 80s. You have your hard rock, you have your heavy metal stuff, but then when the hardcore and the punk and the crossover and the thrash and the death metal, this is the kind of music that you're going by the seat of your pants. There's no real references to go by. You're saying, let's do it fast, let's do it distorted, let's do it this way. But 1988, I mean, I would love it if someone would get down in the comments and tell me the biggest heavy metal albums of 1988. None of them are going to be like that style because it was all so new. You had your Black Sabbaths and your Wasps and all this, and all of those bands were starting to pop up everywhere. You had your Anthrax and Megadeth and Metallica, and then they take that, the Big Four style, and they say, let's go darker, let's go deeper, let's go death metal, let's go, not mainstream kind of popular to the masses. So there's something that's just raw and rich and fantastic about listening to that stuff and realizing there's no blueprint. They don't know what they're doing. They're just writing music that they think that they're going to love and that they think that their friends and their fans are going to like. What say you? Most important part of my video, as always, is where you get in the comments and tell me what you think about Rigor Mortis and what you think about that self-titled album and what you think about the song Demons. Louie, you want your thumbs? There's your thumbs. Yes, good, great, fantastic, Shane. I'm a huge fan of Rigor Mortis. In fact, I've seen them live. Really? Tell me that experience. Tell me the stories. Do you know these guys? The documentary I watched on it was wonderful because it had... I want to say Phil Anselmo, and I think the I Hate God guys, and a bunch of bands talking about how they were huge. They were very popular in Texas, and that they should have seen a lot more with the music. Have you ever seen Rigor Mortis live? I would love to hear the stories about that. What's your all-time favorite album from the band? Is it the self-titled? And what is your all-time favorite songs from that album? Or you could say, not good, not great. Shane, that was heavy, it was powerful, it was old, it was raw, it was rich. It was insanity bottled, but it was not my cup of tea. So I'm going to give it a hard pass. I'm going to wish him all the best and congratulations on a career, but I'm out of here. All of that can be put in the comments below. Louie, wonderful, fantastic, and great. If you have a hard rock, a heavy metal special request, and you want to see it on the channel, it's a simple and easy process. All you have to do is click one of the links in the description below. We'll get it on for you in your honor with thumbsy upsies to you. You can join the Patreon and shoot me messages anytime you're feeling frosty. You can put in a one-time request. I got a t-shirt link down there if you wanted to buy a shirt. Or you can put it in the comments. If you put it in the comments and I see it and I like what you got going there, I'll hit it with a heart and tell you I'm going to do your request, okay? That's all I got. Swinging in. Rigor Mortis.